Hello Virgo. Now let's go ahead and get started. I have prayed over the cards, shuffled them. We are going to be using John Holland's Psychic Tarot. We are also going to be using Doreen Virtue's Divine Guidance from the Angels, Gilded Lenormands, and I've got those shuffled, my Sabilas, and also we'll pull Doreen Virtue Angel Answer at the end as well. So I have prayed over them, shuffled them, asked that all of you receives at least one message. We're going to be doing 3 situations today. I'm going to try to cover up that spot. So hopefully you are all doing well. So let's see what we've got here. So we have situation 1, 2, and 3. The first one starting out, the first card that we have is Wisdom. I'll hold this up so you guys can see that. Now, this is a card that talks about, you know, you see him, he's got his book of wisdom, and he, you know, has his dog looking up at him. There's his family over there by the home, but the sun is just like beaming down on him. They say that when a student's ready, the teacher will appear, the person who's going to assist them, to guide them, to help them, to impart some wisdom, to help them with their journey, help them with their path. We'll be there for them. So what they're saying is some of you are going through some changes. So like 5, which this is a number 5, 5 signifies changes. Some of you are going through a spiritual awakening change, and they've been sending you some guidance. Now, some of you have been receiving, well, all of you have been receiving a lot of internal guidance from your angels, from your guides, that they've been trying to guide you, to help you with your path. They've been giving you a lot of intuitive information, intuitive nudges, trying to lead you in a direction. Now, for some of you, they're trying to actually guide you to a teacher, someone that's going to be like a mentor to assist you with your journey. And some of you, they have led you somewhere that you can get some wisdom, some information, some guidance from someone who's not necessarily a formal teacher, so they're not sitting in a classroom with you, but it's rather someone that's compassionate. They're offering, it could be a friend, could be somebody you come across on YouTube, could be somebody that has written books, somebody that maybe you're listening to some of their videos where they have taught classes, but it could just be someone that you know that's compassionate, they're open, they're awakened, that they're offering you some guidance, some inspiration, and they're trying to help you realize how powerful you are. To realize that this awakening is good. This is a blessing. This is helping you. Because some of you are feeling lost. You're going through the spiritual awakening. Some of you are feeling like you're going through it alone. You see how he's by himself, and then there's this family over there. So for some of you, you're going through the spiritual awakening, and things are changing. Things are shifting. You don't enjoy the same activities you used to enjoy. Since you've energetically changed, you're becoming a better you. Friendships are shifting. Things that you valued are shifting. Beliefs are shifting. And some of you are feeling kind of isolated. So they're encouraging some of you to go out and meet some people that are like-minded. So like there's, here in my area, they have this thing called Meetup. And you can go to Meetup and you can put in different activities that you like. If you like going out to movies, you like going to dinner, you like spiritual things, you like yoga, you like CrossFit, whatever it is that you like, you go in and you put the activities that you like. And then there are different groups, social groups that get together. And you can join those social groups so that you can get to meet people who are like you that are also going through a spiritual awakening. So that way, you know, you don't feel like you're going through it alone. You have someone to talk to, someone to ask questions, a new family, a new support structure that's more in line with you. Because some of you are going through these changes and you're kind of having a hard time with it. Things are going to get better. They're saying for some of you, you don't think that it's getting better. You're like, what in the heck is going on? I did not sign up for this. It is going to get better. Now, in the traditional tarot, this is a major arcana. This is a major, huge shift in your life. This is a big deal. This is something that's also destined. In the traditional tarot, this is the Hierophant. And Hierophant's, you know, similar things, similar meaning, spiritual awakening. But for some of you, you are so stuck to your belief system. So the things that you believe to be true, because you're getting this divine guidance, you're getting this information from your angels, from your team, your guides. Some of the stuff that you're getting doesn't align with those things that you traditionally believed in, that you place value in. It's different. So they're encouraging you as you're going through these changes. So for some of you that, you know, you're feeling alone, meet some people that are like-minded, because things aren't what they seem. If you're open and receptive and not just, you know, blindly following tradition or things that you've done in the past, but being open, receptive, making sure that the things that you believe in, the practices that you have, that they're in alignment with who you are and what resonates true with your heart. Because, you know, sometimes we'll be raised in a certain religion, in a certain environment, and we just have these beliefs ingrained in us. And then, you know, we'll start going through a spiritual awakening, and we're like, wait a minute, this is not, so like, perfect example, I went through that. I had a very difficult time. I had a difficult time telling my family what I was going through because the way I was raised, very strict Christian family, you know, when I had to tell my parents, I hear Jesus and angels talk to me, I knew that they were going to lose it. And then when I had, like, I never believed in reincarnation. Well, now I've seen a number of my past lives. Reincarnation is real. But I had to be open to that. I had to be receptive to that. And I had to take the time to just evaluate what is ringing true with my heart? What is ringing true with my soul? And a number of you are going through that, where you're starting to waken up to what is resonating with you, what seems true in your heart, true to your core beliefs. It's different than what you've always known, and you're having a little bit of a hard time with that. So they're trying to get you to open up, to trust. And for some of you, you may need to take some classes. You may just need to continue to do some more digging. Now, the next card that we have, this is the Sun. And I can pick these up without messing them all up. And then we have the Scythe after that. But the Sun, this is a card that talks about, you know, bright new beginnings, the end of challenges, happiness, blessings, success, good luck. And also, the scroll often indicates like divine timing. Things that are meant to be, things that are meant to occur. And then you have the Scythe. Actually, put this back there. You guys should be able to see it. Yeah. Okay. And then we have the Scythe. And, you know, the Scythe, it's swift, it's quick, it hurts, it cuts through things. It'll give you quick clarity, quick vision. Sometimes it'll hurt. But, so for some of you, you've had something, a foundation. So for some of you, it's this, okay. So for some of you, it's this family, this group of friends, these people that you've always been with. And they've always been your sunshine, your happiness, but they're being cut away. Same thing for some of you, your beliefs, things that you thought were going to bring. Same for most of you, some of you it is a belief structure that's changing, but for some of you, it's more of a group of people, a way of life, the way you've traditionally done things that have always made you happy, made you joyful. Well, let's pull one more card and see directly what it is that they're cutting. Okay. So this is the tree. And the tree talks about, you know, our roots, things that we've invested in, longevity, but it's family, it's security. It's our friends, it's the things that, you know, like family ties, connections, things that we're rooted in, things that we are founded in. So for a number of you in this situation, you're having to let friends go. You're having to let go of things that you've always held on to as dear. And they're saying that it was found, so it's always been a thing that's brought you joy, brought you happiness, but it's no longer successful, it's no longer happy. It is a destined thing, it is tied to your awakening. They're trying to lead you. You see how he's facing the sun? They're actually trying to take you toward greater success, greater happiness, but that's why they're having to cut away these things that you've established your roots in. So for some of you, it was a partner. For some of you, it's friends, but it's no longer in alignment with who you are, which is why they're removing that person, removing those people. And they're trying to get you to trust the guidance that you're receiving, because they are giving you a lot of signs, synchronicities. They're trying to give you nudges. They're trying to lead you in that direction. They need you to trust. So for some of you, you're getting a bunch of signs and synchronicities and you're like, oh, I'm just making this up in my head. They need you to trust. Trust that. And they're also saying for some of you to act on that. Now at the bottom it says you've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. And I'm going to read the book real quick. So, okay. The angels gave you this card because they want you to believe in your ideas, which are answers to your prayers, and you can trust them. You'll be supported as you move forward to put your ideas into action, as long as you check in with your angels regularly for continued guidance. If you ever feel vulnerable, ask your angels for reassurance to reassure you with emotional, spiritual, and material comfort. I'll lay it down. So they're trying to get you to trust the information that they're giving you, the guidance that they're giving you. So situation 2 starts out with material harvest. And if you look here, his hands are open to receive. He's got money in front of him, fruit in front of him, containers for wine. But he's open to receiving. So a lot of you, they're saying a number of you, you've had to put in a lot of work, a lot of preparation for changes. So some of you have been preparing to make a career change. Some of you are starting your own business. Some of you are completely changing into a totally different career. Some of you have had to go study new things. Some of you have had to get new licenses, new training, new certificates. But you've now reached a point of mastery. So now the financial rewards are going to start coming into you. So you can finally enjoy the fruits of your labor. Those things that you've strived for, that you've been working towards. Now they're saying for some of you, you've been hesitant to make that change because you are worried about money. So for some of you, you know, you've completely changed into a totally different career field. For some of you, you haven't changed, but you have done all the preparation work. You're ready to take that leap of faith. You're ready to start doing that. Some of you are ready to start venturing out on your own to do that, but you haven't done it yet because you're fearful that that money is going to be a factor. But they're trying to assure you that it won't, because the first card that you have here is child, and then you have fish. So what they're saying with these, so the Normans, they will play off of each other. So, you know, child, it can mean a young person, it can mean a child, but it also often will mean like a new beginning. And fish represent abundance, financial rewards, financial abundance, money, resources. So by moving forward, taking this leap of faith, you're going to notice new beginnings in your finances. Finances will be very abundant for you. And for some of you, they're saying that your finances are going to turn around. So for some of you, you have started to, they're saying for some of you, you've started to do this completely new thing like part-time. You've dipped your toe into it. But it hasn't been financially beneficial for you yet, but that tide is now going to turn. And you will find that it is financially beneficial, financially rewarding. Money is going to start to flow in. And for those of you that have not taken the leap yet, right now is the perfect time for that. So you have perfect timing now. Hold it up so you can read it. Now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open. While you walk through them with us by your side, don't delay or procrastinate, as all the ingredients are ripe for your success. Everything and everyone is on your side, supporting your positive outcome. So they are encouraging you to take that step forward, trying to get you to take action now, to not delay any further, to make that decision, to do that, because finances are not going to be an issue. They won't be a concern for you. That will all be taken care of. Okay, now the last one that we have is tied to love. Okay, so we start off with a major arcana. Harmony, card number 6. Now in the traditional tarot, this is the Lovers. And so this card, it talks about a deep connection, a deep union, a spiritual connection, a divine connection. This card also in this deck talks about that, you know, we have to make a choice. It's time to make a choice about a relationship. And for some, it's a difficult choice, even though it is a divine relationship. So for some of you, this could be twin flame, this could be a twin soul, this could be a soulmate, but it is a divine connection. It is a divine union. But it is time to make a choice about this. Because the next two cards that we have, the first one that we have is Snake, and then we have Dog. Now, Snake is a card that talks about, pick that up, you know, deception, betrayal, being deceived. Sometimes it's a breakup. And then we have Loyalty. Well, the card is Dog, but Dog signifies loyalty. Loyalty, faithful friend, someone that can be trusted, someone that's reliable, someone that's always going to be there, someone that loves you unconditionally. You know, Dog's always going to love you unconditionally. No matter how late you come home from work, they are going to be excited with their tails wagging. They're a perfect companion. So for a number of you, you are in this perfect companionship, this perfect relationship, this divine connection, but you're not in a relationship together. You have to make a choice. Let's get one. Well, that doesn't help. I was trying to see if they would give us some more information about what's this choice you have to make. This does not help. This is just reaffirming that this is a divine connection. It's a never-ending love. It's an eternal love. This is the ring, and this is, you know, something that's precious, a precious gift. Marriage, commitment, unions, a symbol of, you know, eternal devotion. But the interesting thing is, it's as though some of you are being told to leave it. Yeah, being told to leave it, let go. See, she's leaving. She's on her own. She's venturing off on her own. At the bottom it says, go for it. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working, let me see if you guys can read it. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you. I have a glare. I can't read it. Hopefully you guys can. And we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. But she's leaving. Some of you are leaving. You're making the decision to leave. Okay, let's pull some clarifiers on the snake. So the first card that we have, Giovine Fanciulla, and this is a card, this is a young woman being attracted to a younger woman, in love with a younger woman, and she's looking toward the future. And then the next card that we have is Disgrazia. And this is, you know, misfortune, something that was destructive, something that was very serious, that tore everything down, broke everything down. You can see the fire and flames coming out of the tower. But then we have the Great Consolation. And this is, you know, talking about achievement, gratification after waiting a very long time. So there's a couple with a man and a younger woman. And something, because, you know, they were saying that you're not in a relationship, you're not committed to each other. You're not in a relationship. You're not married. This has been a long time coming, this connection, this union, a long time coming, but something happened, something has occurred that made her leave, because he's by himself here thinking, you know, he's got ring, he's got money. So for some of you, she's by herself, he's by himself. It's almost as like after the fact, he's thinking about commitment. He's thinking about, you know, moving forward, but he's also worried about his money. And then olive branch, extending olive branch. See how those are, it's an idea, it's something floating above his head. So for some of you, there was no communication. So things that he wanted, he was desiring, he was not sharing with her. Okay, let's pull 3 more. To find out what are you going for? What are you doing? Okay. So the first card, no, you guys can't see those. Okay. So the first card that we have is Melancholia. And this is a card that talks about sadness, depression, you know, it's melancholy. She's sitting here looking at a gravesite, very sad, longing. And then we have death, Morte. And this is, you know, abandonment, detaching from the person, detaching from the situation, a complete detachment, like ending, the ending of something. And then we have desperate jealousy. And, you know, this is excessive attachment, doubt, suspicion. Now, the thing that's interesting is, because I was asking, you know, what is it? We need some more clarification. Something happened that separated these two that are divinely, they are meant to be together. But it's after it's done over, it's like he's thinking about it and evaluating afterward. So I was asking, okay, what is it she's supposed to be doing and going for? When you look at these cards, typically, wherever the head of the casket, whatever the direction that is, because they're saying she has to let go, and they were saying that earlier, she has to let go and she has to move on. But it's interesting because it's even depicted in the cards. The direction of the head of the casket will face the thing that has to be ended, has to be let go of. And that's toward this melancholy, this sadness, this depression, this longing. So it's the end of that. She's letting go. So she's longing for him, she's thinking about him, she's wanting that. It's interesting because it's as though she thinks it's dead and she thinks it's over, but she's longing for it. She's missing it. She's wanting it. But it's the end of that. It's the death of that. But the interesting thing is, you see how he has this gun tilted toward his head? And he has this flame from the casket facing him? There's this other card in the deck that is stupid actions, stupid behaviors. You know, shooting yourself in the head out of jealousy is a stupid action, stupid behavior. So they're saying, for some, he has, out of jealousy, which is something she wasn't aware of, because, okay, so she's longing and missing and thinking of him, but he, out of jealousy, has done something stupid, something foolish, that's just burning him, it's just hurting him. You know, when you shoot yourself in the head, you're just hurting you. This flame is directed toward him. So what he has done out of jealousy has caused her to end and give up and let go. And it's just hurting himself. They're saying for those of you, if you're this guy, there's a song, speak to a girl, speak to a woman, speak to a girl. So they're saying if you're this guy, and hopefully it's more than just one or two people out there, if you're this guy that has done something to turn away this love of a lifetime, this person that you're destined to be with, this eternal unconditional love, if you have done something that's just hurting you, they're saying to listen to this song by Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, and it's titled Speak to a Girl. If you're that guy, you need to listen to that song, they're saying. Now for the rest of you, they're saying it is time to let go of the longing, the sadness, the attachment. It's time to let go and let God. Because they're saying for some of you, so for some of you, if this is a twin flame connection, you've got this man, this love of a lifetime that you've been waiting on, hopeful, and it's not been coming to fruition. And for some of you, they're trying to get you to move forward. You see, she's by herself, but she's surrounded by all these animals. You guys are surrounded by divine beings. They're saying for some of you, because you have been in a state of sadness, of longing, of hoping, that you've put things on delay, things on hold, your happiness on hold. So for some of you, they're trying to get you to change careers. For some of you, they are trying to push you into a spiritual practice. They're trying to get your gifts to open up. So if this is a twin flame connection, it's definitely divine connection. Okay, they're saying for those of you that this is for this message, this part of it is for twin flames, the divine feminine. Because you've been longing and hoping, and because a lot of you have seen how good this can be, but it's not coming to fruition. For some of you, it may not be time, but for whatever the reason, at some point you have to look at things at face value. So if you're not getting what you need in a relationship, be it from twin flame, be it from soulmate, be it from whomever it is, if the things that you need in a relationship, if you need time, if you need communication, if you need to feel loved, you need to feel appreciated, if you are not getting and not receiving those things, at some point, you have to look at it for face value. And if you're not getting those things, to move forward, not to say to lose hope, not to say, but this desperation, this holding on to, this longing, you have to let that go. It's time to let that go. It's time to move forward. Because for those of you that are twin flame feminine, now there could be some masculine, there's going to be some outliers, and there are some men that are divine feminine, but I'm going with what's on the card, what they're saying, because this is a divine feminine thing in a twin flame connection. The problem is you are holding on so much, waiting for this to happen, waiting for this to come to fruition, that you have put your spiritual gifts, your spiritual awakening things on hold. For some of you, they're trying to guide you to a spiritual practice, and you haven't done that because you're like, oh, well, I'm waiting, or you're not doing the work, you're not doing the studying that you need to be doing, you're not getting the certificates that you need to do. They're saying for some of you, they're trying to get you to relocate, but you're afraid to relocate because you're like, okay, well, what happens when I move away from him? It's time to move forward, and you're gonna have to move forward on your own. Even though, how at the very beginning they were saying that this card, it is a divine connection, but you're going to have to make a decision, and for some of you it's a difficult decision. This is a very difficult decision to make, to move forward without this person that you love and care for so much. It's not that you're going to stop loving them. If this is a twin flame, you're going to love them eternally, unconditionally. But again, they're saying back to taking things at face value. You can't put yourself on hold any longer. They're saying it's time to move forward. So if you're being encouraged to move, if you're being encouraged to change careers, and for some of you, it's not even things that big. For some of you, they're trying to get you to change, exercise habits or eating habits, but they're trying to get you to do these things that are going to improve your life, bring you happiness, bring you joy. Also, it's going to change your vibration, because some of you are in a vibration that's not a vibration of love and happiness and joy, which is what you have to bring in this type of connection. You have to be in a state of unconditional love and joy. You have to be there in order to do healing work, in order to bring in this union. And a number of you are not there. They're trying to get you out of this place, and they're trying to get you this place. Both times she's alone, but in this alone she's happy. She's riding a unicorn. She's got her wings. She's got a little smile on her face. They're trying to get you to move forward. They're trying to bring joy back. They're trying to get you on moving forward. So a number of you, you're on your divine path, but they're trying to get you to forge forward on it. And for some of you, you've stalled out on your divine path. So for some of you, you start having these gifts and these things open up, and then because you felt stuck waiting for your beloved, waiting for your other half, it's slowed and stuck and stalled everything else out. So they're trying to get you to move forward fearlessly. And you're going to have to let go to be able to do that. And it's a transformation. You know, when you look at the death, death rarely, I mean, sometimes it'll mean true death, but it means transformation, endings. Usually it's primarily transformations. You have to have an ending in order to have a new beginning. So you have to end the sadness, end the being stuck. And this is, again, a week to evaluate things, because when you're looking at things for true value, this is a perfect week to look at that. You know, where are things currently? Where do I want things to be? What is it that I have to do to get there? And then take those action steps. And for a number of you, those of you in this situation, they're saying you have to let go. You have to let go and let God. Because they've been giving you signs to send you in a different direction. And again, it could be moving, it could be career. When you take that step, you're going to notice that all areas that have been stuck are going to start to move forward. Out of that will come blessings. So let's go ahead and pull one quick angel answer card for each situation. So I'm going to go down one in a row. So if you guys can all think of the questions that you have, well, a question per situation. If there's something that you feel was not answered, you have a question about something, go ahead and formulate that question in your mind. Or you can say it out loud. You're not sitting here with me. Okay, so for people in situation 1, you have not the right time. Put that a little closer. Okay. People in situation 2, you have big, happy changes. Well, we like to see that stuff. Put that up close. It's almost like she's doing it. Yay! About time! Okay. People in situation 3, you thought of your question. Okay. Remain positive. Hold that up close. You can see the graphics. Okay. Well, hopefully that helped everyone. Filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.